Hello everyone and welcome to the GENG Esports Center here in Beijing, China for the very first day of Worlds 2025. We are back, the best moment of the year. Esports Christmas, la crème de la crème of what League of Legends have to offer. The fans are hyped, the teams are ready, and I'm so happy to be with you guys today.
Not going to stick around and force the issue, or are they?
Yep, there's the pulverize. It's Keria going down relatively low. Another Void Rush coming on through there from the Shy, but not enough to take down Keria here. Gumayusi now just trying to walk him down, as there it is once again for Guma. Keria wanting to get into position, but the Shy is going to be spotted immediately. Good spell shield as the supreme display of talent doesn't find the angle, and then Protect the President comes on through from T1. Void Rush not going to be enough, and it's Gumayusi that gets the better of the Rek'Sai. And the Shy may have thrown a bit of this lead away, but IG still standing. We'll see what they can get from this. It's a decent stun onto Oner. He's out of the way, but the seismic shove comes through. Pop blocks him. Only onto one as Gala's forced to run away. Such a low health bar. As the boss responds, not quite enough. Rookie goes down. Gumayusi's free hitting, and it's another one. Gala. And the Shy gets into the backline with that Void Rush, but now he's in an uncomfortable position. Decent knockup comes through as Faker's trying to hold them at bay to give enough time to Guma to take down the Shy. And IG back to walking backwards once again, and Faker flashes forward, finds Gala, blows him up, and this should be the end of the game. T1, after losing for the majority of it, just come out on top, and they're going to look to put themselves 1-0 in this best of 5. Unless Rookie can do something miraculous underneath this turret, but he's not going to be able to. The seismic shove, all too set up here for Faker to take him down. The Shy farming behind the turret, and so is Doran. So the top laners nowhere near one another, ready to teleport in at a moment's notice as there's Make It Rain to come down. Cyclone is there as well from Wei, who's just keeping them at bay. Down goes Oner, and that is going to be the Warrior Trickster, but now Doran has found his mark. Down goes Wei as junglers will be traded. The Shy gets into the backline though as Gumayusi is his target, and down he will go. Faker still trying to find it though as Rookie will be taken out. Faker gets into the backline and assassinates all of them. Double kill already, and Doran finishes off. The last one is now the Shy cannot do anything. No mana, no hope, and T1 find a much earlier team fight. Very wrong.
I definitely agree. Oh.
Okay, Oner going aggressive onto the enemy jungler as in the meantime, Rookie trying to deal with Faker, now looking to turn it as Wei comes back, and that's just a solo. The GOAT is going to be able to find it as Doran goes all out against Wei. He's now in trouble, and oh my goodness, was that a cast of curse or a cast of blessing? I'm not entirely sure, but the Otacon is going to spell the demise of IG potentially yet again. As Rookie down for another 27 seconds. They're not out of it yet. Gala is still terrifying, and he will be able to stop Faker from going back home. There is Keria getting into the backline, the bullet time, and the shutdown for Gumayusi.
Items, definitely painful.
Doran. He's going to look for the flank angle. There's a Flash Cataclysm to come on through. Finally, the knockup does come in now for Oner, who goes down to half health. Keria trying to get himself out of there, and he will! Gumayusi gets a decent amount of damage, but leaves himself exposed and just blows up Wei, who gets on top of him, but that's not where he wants to be. Great knockup there onto the Shy as Doran gets on in there. He's looking for Gala as the Shockwave does not do enough, but he does take down Keria. Fake is doing work though, and Mako is running for the hills. Doran cuts apart this Scion, and T1, it's a difficult comp to make work, but the world champ's looking pretty good with it.
The three-tiered engage from T1. They will take them down. They will cut IG to pieces. I mean, they're going for it.
Yeah, Mako's going to turn up here as they're at least looking to gank a plate towards this bottom side as there is the knockup, and down goes the Shy. There's first blood for Oner on this Xin Zhao. This is what we wanted to see. If we have a look at the CS margins between the two bottom laners, although one of them is missing, it is pretty close. Another Zenith Blade going to connect, but already a lot of damage onto Mako, but Faker is already dead. Oner gets the knockup and takes down the Leona in trade. Now Keria and Gumayusi moving in as well. Wind becomes lightning, doing so much work, and the handshake holds onto the Shy. As now IG looking to turn it around. He's going to silence himself. Keria gets taken out. They trade it for the Rumble, then the bailout. It secures Oner his life, and he gets himself out of there. Gumayusi now trying to deal with Rookie, whose Wei is getting a bunch of work done. The flash forward from Guma, he's crazy.
And, you know, good experience for it. Wait.
Oh dear, handshake comes on back through here onto the Shy. Equalizer goes down. There's the Crescent Guard as Oner trying to keep himself alive. He gets the smite down onto the Dragon. As now they go in. Wei looking for the engage angle, but the bailout is going to be there. Gumayusi keeps himself alive! Rookie off to the side, the Shy on no health, as Faker will once again claim some revenge. One little Q is going to be enough to do it, and Oner takes down the Shy. Said earlier, he's going to turn up, and it's going to be an honest 5v5. The equalizer is there for the Shy. We'll see whether he can layer it in well. As Gumayusi standing in front, wanting to try and find an angle as they are able to take down the Dragon. There's Soul Point, but there is the equalizer down as well from IG. Not necessarily getting the work done that they wanted to, though, as the Bear is going to crash on top of the Rumble. He's the first to go down as Gumayusi grabs a kill in the fight, and it's Doran staying alive for so long. IG, that was not the play you were looking for. Now isn't exactly the most permanent. Okay, the flash in from Oner, he finds the knockup, they chase after Gala. Redemption, can it get the kill as Hostile Takeover comes on through as well? Gala surviving for a very long time, the flash forward from Gumayusi though puts him down, and Rookie will follow suit, both carries in the blink of an eye, and this
Hex technology is dangerous, Atlas.
It certainly
they warned
is.
us against this in Arcane.
We learnt about it from Arcane. As now Rookie, oh no, you should have learnt about it as well. Doran going to be able to finish him off. He's now in an awkward position, but they don't have to deal with the Hui, who's such a problem. Faker finds the angle onto the Rumble, and somehow their most fed member dying turned into an inhibitor turret?
Yep, they actually even take, wait, Dragon's going down.
Yep, they were looking for the Dragon here. Hostile Takeover will be avoided for now, but it's a double taunt beautifully placed here by Doran. It is Wait denying the soul, but they also managed to get themselves out. The Hex Gates are going to come on through as well, as Gala is going to survive on about 10 health and get out with the highway robbery. I don't think it's going to save the game, but it was pretty funny as another one comes in and Faker says, yeah, fool me once. Yeah, fool me twice. No, that's not going to happen. As Voltbreaker gets way over the wall, and Oner has respawned and will be able to take down the Vi. Wants to be able to hand the kill over, but isn't going to do so. Objective as best they can. Look for some turns. Hexgate's going to come on through here as Oner makes his way over. Gala up pretty far. It looks like T1 are just going to start it. Okay, Rookie gets some damage down onto Faker. Heroic entrance comes on in. Faker survives for such a long time as it's jungler for mid laner. And I think T1 are feeling pretty good about that. No smite left on the Rift. And T1 are back on the objective again.
Yeah, they're going to force IG to come to them.
All right, Hostile Takeover comes through. The immediate cleanse out from Gala, though, who's doing a lot of work. Gumayusi just dives into the front line. I don't know whether that's a good call, as the taunt is going to go wide. Now Gumayusi has to avoid everything as the ulti from Oner. He goes down into his GA, and they take out Mako. I don't know how this is working, but it's looking pretty good at the moment for T1. But the shutdown comes in. Again, total gold. It's going to be Gumayusi in the lead, but Rookie hot on his heels, as we can see here. And Gala getting pretty close as well. The flash over the wall there from Wei, as they're looking to try and take down the enemy jungler. And Wei, there's just no option. He's staying alive for a long time, but there's no follow-up. There's no option. And IG now just a man down and a smite down for this next fight. Oner looking a little bit lower, but he has that GA back off cooldown once again. And they're on the Baron once more. Doran, is he going to get turned on as Gala does a lot of damage, as you can see there. The Slurkle slows him down. And now Faker looking to chase them out of this river. Hostile Takeover just to buy the space, and the Purple Worm will be the reward. To bring the Galio back, that might be the opportunity. This could be a 50-50 as Oner in position, but he wants to start the fight instead. They take down the Drake. That's going to be the soul for T1, and Mako limping out as cease and desist is going to do nothing at all. Faker just throws the fire away, and Rookie goes down on the back end, and T1 just steamroll them.
Guma got the soul, and T1 are gonna get the game. The Shy's running, but there's nowhere for him to.
From the LCK, will crash down these Nexus turrets and see whether they can, in fact, make it to the Swiss stage and hold on to hope for 3 in a row. Broadcast,
yeah,
right?
Today,
so we're allowed.
Today is history day.
Well, there is that distortion being utilized. It's a fair bit of damage, but now everyone is being called in, and they slam Rookie into the ground.
They all collide at the same time. Honestly, kind of impressive that Faker still was in.
All right, we're fighting again, as now Keria in a bit of trouble. Does have to put his Wild Growth on cooldown as the darkness is going to come in, but Keria already dead. Oner able to put himself in a great position, though, as the Pantheon will be the answering kill, but Rookie on the top side of the map means that Gumayusi cannot play the game. He's taken out, but it's a 1-for-1, and now it's T1 trying to fight back. This time, the Ram is going to connect as the Ziggs satchels himself out and burns to death. As Oner's red buff gets it done now. Mako not going to be able to do anything. The anchor is cute, but I think that Faker will be able to finish this one off. And T1, they're going to be able to fight back. Seahawks.
Oh, they're going for the Shy.
Left as they are looking for the Shy. Can they find the fear? And they will be able to do so. This time, the Shy doesn't have a lot of that funny business available. He's doing a lot of damage, and now the cavalry is going to come in as he bought enough time to allow IG to capitalize on this one. As Paranoia just to buy the space, and we'll see whether it works. He looks to turn it. They take down Gala, and Oner is still alive. He survives through it all, and Wei is going to fall at the same time. The knockup on Mako. He's dead. And T1, oh my God, Oner, you are an absolute gem. A lot of minions, as we're seeing here. The Rift Herald is going to be employed in the mid lane. And now Paranoia comes down yet again. The Shy in trouble once more as the Ram, looking for the knockup, will be able to find it. The arrow from downtown connects from Gumayusi, and Faker is now able to close in as well. The Grand Skyfall comes in, the Mega Inferno Bomb, not quite enough as Oner just barely limping away. And now the fight is going to continue. Mako trying to throw out the CC. The satchel's good as Gala's bouncing bombs aren't quite connecting. T1 still not able to quite find the fight, and now the re-engage from Mako as Faker is going to get executed, but Gumayushi's the problem. He flashes to create the space, and Gala, they've been ignoring him this whole time. Finally, they're going to move over as he runs out of mana, takes down Keria, but he will die as a result. And Rookie just couldn't make his way back in again, so Gala kind of left out to dry. Now the Otacon has been started by IG. This has been a point of contention for this team. We'll see whether they can make it work this time around here in Game 4. Man, this is feeling like they're throwing the gauntlet as now the Paranoia comes down. Doran finds a huge knock-up, and the AoE is massive. The wild growth absurd by T1, and their team fighting is just too good, ladies and gentlemen. Gala keeping himself alive, but there are too many people here. Rookie finds the clone of all things, but the Otacon will stay up. And T1 did lose two in the process. Can Rookie do it? Can he be the hero?
Back in, Faker and Keria are flanking them. There's the teleports coming in. It's actually answered here by IG as well.
Oh, Gala gets executed. Faker finds him in the brush. He thought he was safe, and honestly, so did we, because there wasn't the vision as Doran slams his head into the wall, but he is so incredibly tanky. The flash out from Keria to avoid the re-engage as Rookie is doing a fair bit of work. Doran doesn't have damage himself, and now the Shy has made his way in. It's another hook connecting, but Oner is also respawned. Ladies and gentlemen, Doran will be dying in this fight, but yeah, we have Paranoia coming up very, very soon. And the Ash Arrow is 8 seconds away. I do not think it's Otacon time. Please let me breathe.
No way, buddy. Let's keep the action going. T1, they approach, they fire.
As Gumayushi's going to find it, and Rookie's going to get punished once again. It's being in a brush that's going to be their downfall, and it's Keria that's able to get the last hit, but Gumayusi is kiting like a madman. Another wild.
Do that one more time and actually take down Keria. Punish the no flash.
Ooh, good spell shield there from Oner. Gonna deny the hook in as Faker distorts his way back again. The knockup gonna go wide from Doran, who flashes away. Now the Ram is going to show his teeth, but that's a brilliant stasis to come on through. Oner goes in, he survives for so long, way too long. Wild growth comes in, and it's Gumayusi with the damage. Why is this Nocturne still alive? Oner, you absolute monster. The inner turret's gonna go down, and I think
assault the IG base. Scala trying to defend, but it's no use.
And the Ziggs that was their Achilles heel is finally gonna be taken down as T1 will make it to the Swiss stage to defend their world's title.
Scaling up into the last game. The last game here, the most action-packed.
And it was very close to...
It's Worlds!
It's Worlds!
It's Worlds! It's Swiss stage! It's the best moment of the year! I'm so excited. Not about KT though. I'm excited.
Two teams. That is the way it's going to go for the first round.
FlyQuest.
FlyQuest.
Okay, all right. T1. Yeah, and the second team drawn, I believe, was FlyQuest. So how do you feel about that one, Raz?
Oh God, why? Is
Danger the death round has been unleashed, and Whippo's going in after the T1 AD carry. Gumayusi's about to get taken out, but he gets away on a magical journey. Whippo's chase is overdone, and it's first blood to Keria's
Play on the top side with everyone. Oner's trying to make the most of it with a blue steal.
Yeah, he wants to get it, but Inspired has the better smite. Now Busio using the Pop Blossom, tries to find enough, but instead he only finds his way into the grave. Another kill of a T1 as Inspired has to try to escape with the Weaver's Wall from Faker. Wants to lock him up. Inspired wants to sidestep the seismic shove, but no way!
And outperforming in the skirmishes, and now it's resulted in all three of these outer towers down Flower, so there's not a lot of room to work with for FlyQuest. The map is quickly going under T1 control.
All right, T1 trying to force their way further into the enemy jungle, but the Realm Warp into the immediate Pop Blossom. It finds Oner, but nobody else. Now Gumayusi under a little bit of pressure here on the side. Inspired goes in with the Cataclysm, but Busio's first to die. Oner still trying to get away. Flashes into the rush to buy a little bit more time, but Acathian Rain gets him. T1 still got more men. Quad in the middle of everybody, and he's cut down by the blades of Gumayusi. Whippo's in the death realm for a little bit longer. He'll take out Keria, but what about afterwards? There's no way to survive a triple kill for Guma.
They increase their gold lead. Here we go, another play for FlyQuest.
Yeah, Inspired stepping very far forward here and about to die. The Cosmic Binding as he gets back over the wall. Buys enough time for Faker to take him down. Yes, there's a Pop Blossom, but T1 has already won the fight. Busio goes over the wall, and Quad goes back to the spawn platform. Masu's next. T1 are just playing better. Back in the mid lane, Whippo at least tries to find something here with a Gumayusi. He's got him in the death realm. The feathers fly, but the Zaya dies. A shutdown to Whippo, but Doran's not gonna let it go unavenged as Whippo is the last to fall and T1 get an A.
Down onto Gumayusi.
Well, that's something, but they're gonna need a whole lot more. Keria getting caught out here a little bit, but where's the damage from FlyQuest? Tempered Fate doesn't really get anything here. Third and Topo strike. Knockback into a knockdown. Inspired's out of there. And T1 continue the push. Masu gets slowed down. Pop Blossom onto 2 to buy a little bit more time. But it's a double kill for Oner. Meanwhile, Doran trying to create a little bit of space. Does end up dying, trying to kill Masu off. Quad on the side. Tries to use Realm Warp for the escape and gets away. Gumayushi's going to die to Whippo. But now he's in the back line. 1v3! He gets a double! And T1 is ready to start it up. Doran and Keria are going to be running interference, and Oner and Gumayusi just melt this thing. Weaver's Wall won't allow FlyQuest anywhere near it, and T1 has already claimed the objective. Now Whippo's got to try to stay alive. Pop Blossom finds Faker. Gumayushi's already killed Busio. Masu flew into the back line, but he crash landed, and T1 tears them apart. FlyQuest thought they could take that fight. They thought they had to, but T1 would not let it happen. Not stand up to the moment. T1 prove why that number 4 seed title.
And there is a Chinese saying about Faker, Chinese comments about Faker, talking about he is the tallest mountain of League of Legends, and he is the longest river of League of Legends.
Yeah, I mean,
missing out.
mixing around the final ball. CFO. All
right.
Holding on to the ace in the hole for now, but there's a Vault Breaker mid. Honku face checked and he'll be punished for it. Miasma on the ground, nowhere to run. And Oner is back in the game. Sought after, even being on a bench for a bit. Faker might be in trouble here though. Junja's coming up again. He's really earning it this time around. The 3-0 Kiana knows that Faker's into a corner. Pop Blossom helping out. Keria flashed in. Maybe there's a turnabout play. Junja has to hold the in. Jumps to Faker, but he gets shut down. Keria saved the day. It's a double TP, but there's more numbers here for T1 as Driver has walked into the ongoing trap. Honku now walks into range of Oner, and CFO had control, but they're relinquishing it. A triple kill for the slippery snake of Faker. And
the distance is enough to allow him to escape. It's a trade of ultis, but that was a big ulti.
Gets Tangle Bubs, ran up and Drive interrupted. Drive interrupted Oner. There's no sprint to let Talon as Faker sets up the ulti. It's a shutdown on the Honky, but it is a trade. T1 lose 1 to gain 1 as Driver, even though he picked up that kill, he might have saved the play. Tangle Bubs, 2-man once again. Doran jumps in, Doggo goes far, up midway, flushes away. There's the ulti from Doran, but he's got no one to support him again. Doggo running, goodbye. As Doran only just managed to get out, Driver somehow dies before T1's top laner as Keria and Guma.
Oh, secured. The Nexus is in their eyes as they look to try and break the base.
Look at Doggo, he just got Doran, now he's taking a 1v2. You know where this game's at. Ow! This dog, man! at 6-0, Betty. What a game. The help of a heal and CFO supporting staff are coming in. Keria, though, a clutch defense. Petrifying gaze, though, won't be enough, as Drive is always where you need him as well. Against T1, CFO get a bit of revenge. And the first team going 2-0, Betty. At least in my eyes, CFO smacking down the LCK's fourth seed as Faker runs back to the base, but this game's done. I see one delicious looking oyster at Worlds 24.
How you delivered that last line, but I loved every second of that game. My God, look at the joy.
I mean, an amazing moment to be able to celebrate. Yeah, keep dancing. That's the silent dance.
Particular poison
well,
is
at
that
least
they can't
it's not,
eliminate them.
not elimination stage
Oh
yet, but
my
G2BLG is a valid matchup, and now GEN.G
Okay,
can
let's-
HLE.
Oh man, a classic.
A matchup.
All right, flank around the side from Dorian.
Oh, Gumayusi. Keria, three-man pulverize almost. Ruler disappears as well, but Faker, as he jumps into the whole team, makes a crucial mistake. Doran now comes in, gets a flush out of Ruler, reposition from Gumayusi, a five-man cyclone. Oner finds the angle, but it's too late in the fight. GEN.G have annihilated T1 as Guma runs for his life, but he's tagged once again. GEN.G have four members on the run, and Guma is left alone. This turret won't withstand, and it won't get a kill in return, maybe, as Chovy, no! Or rather, stacked it fully. Keria comes in, no time to talk about items as T1 look for the pick. Onto Canyon at half HP, Oner jumps in, but his ulti comes first. Canyon survives, and Doran's coming in, but interrupted. This puppy pick was a stroke of genius. There's no vindication for Guma, none for T1 here, as they are getting destroyed by the LCK champions, stamping their foot back at Worlds. Faker will disengage, but Canyon Duro have more in the tank to flash forward. The shockwave was still available. Keen is soloing mid. Here comes Oner. Again, the Ambassador followed up as well. A chance there, but the shockwave nullifies everything. Ruler willing to Valkyrie forward. He knows this one's in the bin. GEN.G are the LCK's best, and they just showed it again to T1.
And Ruler at Worlds flashing the Samsung Galaxy flare as well.
Kobe, it was well-deserved. It was well-played lanes. It was GEN.G returning to form as they moved to 2-1 at Worlds.
What I'm hearing here.
Wow. Catch a break.
Oh,
That's true.
Oh, you're right.
That's true.
Every time.
And
Oh my God.
I'll be honest, I'm waiting for Dokla block. I'm waiting for Dokla. I wanna see what he's saying.
that is going to be a very angry T1, especially after the last two games.
Yeah.
You should be a very angry 100 Thieves. They literally are just gone up.
That's true.
bangers after
I'm
bangers.
actually very sorry for them.
That is brutal.
Actually brutal.
Rift Herald summoned up. Looks like we might get a Combat Herald on this one as the Weaver's Wall. Nice use there from Faker. River still looking for the opportunity to try to go in and steal. Quid off on the bottom side. Rest 100 Thieves going in after the Drake. They're going to steal it away. Keria's about to die to Quid. He falls. Quid takes the kill as the rest of T1 scrambles to try to fight. Solar Flare's not going to find much. Oner takes more damage from FBI. Faker looks to fire back, and FBI's going to be caught by the seismic shove. Oner takes the kill on that one. 100 Thieves in full retreat. Doran on the chase, but he's already lost the dominance. Stride breaker on Ayla. Oner goes in for a double kill. T1 take the fight, and they aren't done yet. Quid tries to escape. Oner wants win becomes lightning, but he can't quite make it strike. He jumps in anyway, as Quid wants to sidestep the seismic shove, but he's still taking a ton of damage. 100 Thieves has overstayed their welcome, and Quid cannot use his King Flare in time. T1 may lose the Drake. They want the objective. They've already got it down to 1/3 HP. I think 100 Thieves might be a little bit late to the party. Nice Weaver's Wall coming out from Faker. River wants to go in and try to steal it away. He got it! 100 Thieves steal the objective, but what about the fight? T1's already taken out the enemy jungler. Ayla might be next to fall. Gumayusi gets the kill, and Dokla's next on the chopping block.
Space in the area. Quid's looking to steal a good ult.
T1, 2-1 in Drake so far. Dragon down to half HP. 100 Thieves on the approach. The Weaver's Wall has to be separated. Quid in the middle of everybody. Zinjao LT stolen. Quid gonna be focused here for now, but he's still staying alive in the moment. Keria taken down to about nothing. Dokla on the back line. He wants Gumayusi, but he can't find him. FBI's under pressure, but he stays alive as well. Both top laners out of the picture. Dragon, 3k HP. Redemption coming in for 100 Thieves as Oner tries to jump forward. Now he's gonna be your target. River's next to fall. The Drake goes over to T1. Quid jumps back over the wall. He wants the abduct, and he's lucky he didn't get it. Oner at 1 HP, a double kill of a Gumayusi, a piercing arrow over the wall from FBI. There are dead bodies in both jerseys all over the Dragon Pit, and now Faker is looking for more. He wants another rock here onto FBI, onto Ayla. His seismic shove will not hit. Gumayusi coming around to try to help him. Ayla's next to fall.
To die in this game. This Corki is a monstrous Quid. He face checks.
Yeah, Quid face checking right into the brush. He's gonna get punished here. Remember, he still has the arm guard with the chain CC. Quid's alive, but only at 50 health. The Silas is the target, and T1 has already found him. Keria is gonna be focused down by 100 Thieves. Gumayusi under pressure from River, but T1's already found a double for Oner. Gumayusi low. Dokla needs to get the kill, and he finds Gumayusi. Dokla flashes back over the wall. Faker wants to take him out, but he doesn't have the damage. Approach this, the Baron is dropping again, down to half HP already. Oner over the wall. River has been winning the smite fights here so far in this game. 100 Thieves looking to peel away now as Ayla charges in for the headbutt pull, but it's not going to connect. Ayla now going to be the target here with the redemption coming down, but Keria is first to die. 100 Thieves already have the first kill. River's going to the back line. He wants Faker and Guma. T1's killed River, but what about the rest of the fight? Quid into the back. Faker staying alive, trying to kite him out. Dokla with a little bit more damage, but he's down. 100 Thieves overstep. They'll feel okay about that one, but again, it's nothing that's going to change the game. Quid goes into the middle of everybody. He's shielded up with his Xin-Zhao ulti. Into the back line goes Dokla. Keria's under threat, but Dokla doesn't have the damage. He's going to be knocked into the resurrection here for the Guardian Angel. Quid has to keep making a little bit more space as Dokla tries to retreat. Gumayusi goes in, and Dokla is down. Elder Dragon targeted by T1. They've got a 5v4. Quid's only at 40% HP. Ayla focused down. He's dead immediately. T1 have their first kill. Quid wants to take Keria, but it's not going to matter because Doran's already killed FBI. T1 on the victory push. Doran goes over the wall, and Quid has to flash away from Solar Flare. River and Quid in full retreat. T1 in hot pursuit. River trying to juke with a bit of a clone prank, but it's not going to work well enough. Quid is already dead. Faker has cut off River's escape. It will not matter that he has Guardian Angel because the Angels are not listening. T1 will stop 100 Thieves' chances dead in their tracks.
Let's try to wrap around here on Oner, make sure that he can't actually walk up for any chance at a steal, but T1 can just play mid. They're just going to actually knock down this tower here, so yes, they will lose the Herald, but here comes River.
River jumps in, Gumayusi immediately into the ulti. River tries to follow him, but the hero's entrance locks up the enemy jungler, and T1 takes the first turret. They take a kill, and now Quid is trying to come in to take revenge. Oner is your first target. He's down to 200 HP. He tries to get away with a perfect execution, lives up to the name. Quid gets it done. Nice.
Now TP top lane.
Faker in a little bit of danger here. Equalizer to slow him down as he tries to escape. Dokla's got to be careful chasing after this. Quid has no ulti on the Akali. Faker trying to make his way all the way out. A beautiful shockwave. Dokla's down to make it a 1-for-1. Going after the Drake. 100 Thieves on the approach. T1's already got it down to 40% HP. Doran keeping Quid away off to the right side. Pincer as the Infernal Drake is secured by Oner and T1. 100 Thieves not there in time.
Yeah, River really wanted to finish a second item, so he does do that, but then you're allowing them the free soul point, and now they're going to engage.
Yeah, now it's a ton of damage. Back onto River. The shield cannot protect him in time. Quid wants threat onto Gumayusi, but he doesn't have enough. Pop Blossom's not going to stop him. Ayla into the middle of everybody here with a Magnet Storm. Keria might just die to Quid, but FBI's already been executed by Oner. Ayla's next to fall. Double kill over to Gumayusi. Keria dies, but it's so many dead on 100 Thieves in trade. Only Quid and Dokla are still alive as Quid tries to escape into the enemy jungle. Oner's got an eye on him here with the sweeper. Quid still trying to get out, but Faker's shockwave.
Support, and T1 just fights forward through the rest of the team.
Faker in an awkward position here.
Yep, tagged by the first Electro Harpoon. Exhausted now as he tries to fight back. Oner swooping in to protect his mid laner. Meanwhile, FBI's in danger. Killer Instinct defensively. Faker burning down. Dokla burning down. A little bit more damage from Flame Spitter. Isn't going to get it done. Faker finds the first kill back into Dokla. Gumayusi under pressure. He tries to sidestep away. A massive outplay from Gumayusi defensively with the feathers to buy a little bit more time. But he is shut down by River. It's still 3-for-1, favoring T1 as...
Is there...
All right, first inhibitor turret already down. Into the back line goes River, but into the front line goes Keria. Pop Blossom. FBI's already down, and Ayla's going to follow. River dies to the back line of T1. It's 4 dead already, and with only Quid alive, T1 is ready to end this game in their final series of League of Legends. But the winningest team in the history of the game.
Yeah, it's a little
very
T1.
That's T1.
No, they can't. They can't. So they will be moved to the next matchup. MKOI.
Spain's MKOI, the #2 seed from Europe, face T1, the greatest team in league history, with everything on the line.
Paying off. Of course, for now, T1 have an advantage of their own, and JoJo's pretty far up. Waterblade ready to go for Oner. JoJo can continue to step into Faker, but he just does not have any health. Phase rush, he's going to get him out for an extra second, but Oner just finished.
Individual laning phases, small wins for T1.
Going in, immediate knockup, it's not going to stop the pushback from the Emperor's Divide. JoJo can run him, and Oner happy to grab another carry on the way as well.
Going, hang on, where is this Kiana? She has to be on the bottom side, but JoJo
finding out firsthand exactly where Keria is. Lockdown coming in. Q-Flash goes in forward for Dorn. Pushback coming through on the Pathmaker. Pulls him out of the redemption. Knocks him down. Oner going to opt to reset. Herald used in the bottom lane as Oner finds Supa. Face first, pushes him back to the wall, immediately CC'd. Flash forward with the shockwave. Excellent teamwork, but Oner's still going to be able to find his way out. Now Guma's moving in. Ulti is going to connect, but it's Elyoyo who body blocks. Elyoyo with the crescent guard, but the snipe from Guma. Dead center right between the eyes to find the double as MKOI are now on the retreat, and T1 take the fight in the river.
The MKOI tries to improve, force their way in through the mid lane. Faker is separated.
Hot. Charm is there. Lock up on Oner, but he goes invisible for a brief moment. Now he's pulled him to the death realm up against Mir when ulti is really going to do nothing, but Oner's still able to retreat for now. Alvaro taken down. Oner coming over the wall, going to pop out in a brief moment, wants to get the grass blade, doesn't have time. That's the shutdown, but it should be Supa uncontested. Instead it's Keria coming in with the pulverize, and now it's Elyoyo versus the world. He goes in on a Faker, but there's too many people. There's not enough sky to sunder. There's nothing left to guard. JoJo wants to make the difference, but Guma grabs it. 3-man shockwave. He just doesn't have the damage yet. He doesn't have the items. JoJo keeps him low, but Dorn wants to keep going. Q3 ready to pop. Pull through on the all-out. Looking for the Pathmaker to confirm. Tries to predict JoJo, and it just doesn't work. Dorn looks like he's about to fall. Nice sidestep on Guma's Q, but Dorn just barely able to walk away.
It's the Canadian mid laner trying his best, but it's Faker who's better and snipes him out.
Redemption to get the health bars back up. Alvaro needs to backstep. Big damage. Dorn going unstoppable for a moment. Q3 pulls him back through. Elyoyo in the midst of everything, but Dorn getting lower. The tower not quite enough. Supreme delay. Talent coming in. Oner still standing for an extra second. I think they've overstayed a bit, but it just doesn't matter because they're not hitting Faker, and he's got more than enough damage to finish the job. The super minions are here too. It is long, it is drawn out, it is only getting more difficult, but Dorn remains standing. T1 remains standing. They've only lost Keria. The Nexus exposed.
The defender's advantage is not really looking like an advantage.
Finally gonna end the game, Rob. They took their sweet time. They wanted a couple extra kills. The icing on top of this game one cake. Faker looking for another, the double to finish it.
She isn't able to match Supa early first blood for MKOI.
And again, that's part of the reason why we've seen this matchup before. In the 5v5, Sivir can be a powerhouse, but in the 1v1, Vayne so strong here early on. MKOI now looking to keep that advantage going, but it looks like T1 may have caught them out. Double knockup coming in for Dorn. Oner now on the chase. Elyoyo needs to get the hell out. Mirwan not doing much to interrupt. Double flashes. Elyoyo trying to get fancy with the footwork, but it's not nearly enough. Concussive blows continuing to stack, but Mirwan now needs to leave as well. Flash over the wall to Sage, but Keria immediately falls with the Zenith Blade. Now it's Alvaro knocked up. The solo on the top side immediately counteracted by T.
Nope, he's the Rek'Sai license.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it to top 8, but did you get the Rek'Sai license? I'm not so convinced. Faker doing a good job of trading here. Nice sidestep on the Noxious Blast. JoJo needs to get out. Hasn't hit the Noxious Blast, so doesn't really have the movement speed. Conqueror procs. Faker happy with just the flash. Elyoyo moving in. The pillar's going to be big here. Nice initial lock up on Supa as he tries to step back. Alvaro doesn't have the Unbreakable quite yet, and they're starting the retreat. Oner getting good chip damage down to Elyoyo. The flash still keeping Elyoyo alive. Keep your eyes on that realm warp. Hand delivered, but he's already been stunned. Oner locked up for a moment. Wants to turn on to Elyoyo. Tries to finish off Supa, but down he goes. Dorn arriving just in the nick of time. It's the double knockup. Guma goes over the wall, and he's looking to clean up house. Mirwan's still standing, but he doesn't have the ultimate because of the play earlier. T1.
Gwinsu's Rage Blade is a big item spike, but we don't get there.
Exhaust onto Elyoyo, locked up, all the CC leverage. Alvaro looking for the disengage as Dorn's off to the side, has been caught by the Condemned. Guma flashing backwards, already used the spell shield. It's Mirwan in the midst of the entire team. Fall with the Petrifying Gaze. Supa's still untouched for now. Slowly they're chipping through the health bars and Dorn's about to fall. That's the Silver Bolts proccing. Blinking health bars across all of MKOI as they start to retreat. Guma, Faker, still alive. The Realm Warp available. T1, do they want to chase?
Public execution on Mirwan, he's going!
We're gonna go back on Guma. Guma with the perfect spell shield, looking for the follow-up as well. Still standing for a moment, but Elyoyo goes right in, looking to chop a bite out of Guma. Supa gets the kill, but Faker untouched for now. Again, MKOI playing on the edge. Oner about to be hand-delivered. Elyoyo looking for the angle with the pillar. Extra movement speed for JoJo, he's not gonna be able to escape. They turn back onto Oner. MKOI still. For them, even to group here is going to be a wave of minions. They fail here, they'll only be even further behind. They're betting it all on this play. That's the Solar Flare, but no immediate follow-up. Lock up onto JoJo is good. Dorn going in as well. JoJo flashing forward. They're looking to take out Guma in the midst of the entire fight, but another knockup coming in just in time to keep Guma standing. Mirwan taking him down and moving back out of the fight in the midst. It's the Oner taken out as well. T1 ready to come in with the Realm Warp, ready to turn it back. MKOI though still 3 members strong. Doran debating where does he go? What is the angle for this fight?
Supa's lost the ultimate though. He's now way more vulnerable in this fight, and Doran wants to go for it. No flash available for him though.
And Alvaro need to protect Supa. So much damage can come out of this vein, but if a single piece of CC connects, there's likely little they can do to stop any further damage. Heal comes in from Alvaro. Objective getting lower. Knockup coming in from Doran. That's Alvaro taking out of the equation. And Faker's now on the hunt, looking to zone Supa out as well. He needs to take away the dragon, needs to deny the soul, and he will do so. Still standing for a damn long time, but not enough to turn the fight. Faker, Doran, Keria, too strong. MKOI might get the objective, but they lose just about everyone.
And the bar
test this Drake. Doran off on the side, isolated as well, taunting, threatening. Trying to distract the members of MKOI. Flash forward from Jojo, completely whiffs. Oner immediately turns right back. Alvaro tries to find the disengage. Lock up on Guma, does not come through. Mirwan cannot find the angle. Supa still standing for now. Knock back into the wall is good, but Oner wants to take down the bait. He doesn't quite have the damage. Supa still standing, but the rest of MKOI are starting to fall. He splits back into Mirwan. Tumble back into the back line. Knock up from Doran. One more ferocious bite, but the Gadam says not today. Supa standing, but here comes Faker.
Faker finishes off Supa.
Play slow to ease into this. Faker flashing forward, trying to get more out of Jojipun. Jojipun taking his time. The Petrifying Gaze only going to connect onto Oner. Immediate exhaust to follow up. Doran looking for the knockup as well. And just now, Supa's finally able to join the fight. The Realm Warp going to bring only a few. 5 members grouped for MKOI.
Super Minions in the bases. MKOI start the Elder. They need to find this fight now and quickly.
TP there for Doran, and he's immediately going to use it to go to the base. He wants to threaten the back door. MKOI don't have great tools to respond to this. T1 just need to keep the pressure on, and Doran will end the game. Oner with the knockup to keep things going. Keria there as well. Rise with the Realm Warp. It's Faker and Guma alongside Doran to try to end it all. Mirwan doing his best to hold the line. TP coming in for Jojipun. They're not going to be able to cancel it. Mirwan, Jojipun, they need to make this work. They don't have the angle. Guma with a perfect spell shield is still going to remain standing. T1 move on to the top 8 at Worlds 2025. MKOI are sent packing.
Just being like, okay,
it's fine. This is just a normal KT Fin experience.
Yeah, okay.
But here we go. L, it's AL first. Is it going to be upside down? Is it going to be up straight? What is it going to be? T1! Oh my God, what a phenomenal LPL versus LCK battle.
In quarters!
In quarters!
很多人说它是英雄联盟最高的山，最长的河，但我觉得它只是我们下一个对手而已。
플랑드레 선수, 우리를 단순한 상대라고 생각하신다면 이미 패배하셨습니다.
The Drake is down to 2,000 HP. Faker joins up with everybody. It's a 5v5. They go in immediately as Doran tries to lead the charge with the blast estimating smash, but he's only going to be beat down himself. A lot of damage on the Doran, but he is not down. Keria into the back line. The major engage from T1. Tarzan finds a supreme display of talent and making a 1-for-1 so far, but T1 have the health bars. Faker rides the Weaver's wall as Keria's about to die into the back line, but Kyle falls. Tarzan falls. T1, they'll lose Keria as Gumayusi fights back, and Shanks is on the run. Faker and Guma looking for a little bit more with a piercing arrow going over the wall, and Faker's ready to flash. Another rock is thrown, and Shanks is buried.
Again, the flashes will be critical here.
Oh, Hope goes forward, but immediately Keria's ready to try to respond here with the grand entrance. Hope tries to get over the wall. He sidesteps the seismic shot, but the damage from Oner is way too much. A big mistake from AL, and a bigger punish from T1. Tarzan goes in! Supreme display of talent under 3, but there is no follow-up. Tarzan has to try to flash away. Oner goes after him, but now he's trapped. Shanks with a little bit more damage, kills off the T1 jungler. The Realm Warp's ready to go in, and Shanks wants another. The arrows fly out as Doran charges in. Shanks with a flash to the side to avoid the engage coming out from T1's top laner. Doran's gonna try to run. Another arrow flies out from Gumayusi as now Keria's got to be careful as he battle dances. Crush the tunnel. Kyle, half HP still, gonna use Redemption early here for AL just to make sure the health bars stay topped off. Flandra marked on the side. Seismic shove onto the AL top laner. Chain CC onto Flandra, he's already down. T1 have found the pick. Supreme display of talent. Tries to hold the line, but into the back line goes Oner. Hope is being chased. Tarzan's being killed. Anyone's legend is being crushed as Shanks tries to fight back in a 1v4, but he'll get nothing but an epitaph as T1 kill 4 and take soul.
here. They will spot out Hope, but do they know AL are in the bush?
AL trying to set some kind of a trap. They know a fair fight doesn't favor them any longer. Kyle gonna be trapped on the wrong side of the Weaver's wall. Seismic shove connects onto Shanks, who immediately goes golden. But it's gonna be a 2-for-1 deal. Supreme display of talent at least takes Keria out in the process. But T1 have still won the fight. Now, T1 watching on, waiting for the rest of the team to approach. Elder Dragon down to about 1/2 HP. Hope taking a chunk of damage. Dora charging in. Weaver's wall over the top. Kyle's gonna be caught. A ton of burst onto the support of anyone's legend. And he's already down. T1 charge forward, double kill to Gumayusi, pressure onto Tarzan, triple kill Guma! AL are cut to pieces, and T1 holds the sword! Flandra's last to die, and ace for T1! But there's no one left to execute. The game was quiet, the game was close for so very long, but when it came down to the clutch, it's T1 who prove why they are the reigning back-to-back world champions. They out-teamfight AL, and behind, trying to time this so Oner can be in position right as the wave is ready to crash. They don't want to allow Flandra to try to clear this out. Cannon Minion gonna absorb it here with the start. Wind becomes lightning. Flandra with a flash away. Doran gonna burn him down, but he needs a little bit more damage with the flame spitter. The turret was so heated up, it makes it a 1-for-1. Excuse me, bouncing through the wave to stop Gumayushi's back as Doran goes in from a ton of damage here with a Flandra. The public execution plus the flash to try to get away. Flash Electro Harpoon coming out from Doran, but no! It's Flandra with reinforcement from Shanks for the shield for the outplay to stop Doran in his tracks.
Wait a sec!
Makes it a 1-for-1. Gumayusi from all the way across the map strikes legend, but nobody's here just yet. Otacon already down to 5,000 HP. Tarzan goes in for the Cyclone. Shanks ready to arrive with a grand entrance. Tarzan's low, and the Whirling Death's gonna find the execution. T1 still fighting back as the Otacon is slain by Oner, but he dies in the middle of the fight. Public execution finds no target. Gumayusi on the run. Hope, Flandra, and Kyle still looking. 1,000 individual gold lead for Hope as the 80 carry here with a Sivir. They're moving into the enemy jungle now, and Kyle again just slams Oner into the wall, but now he's in danger. Tarzan and Kyle both so low, it's 2 dead on the AL side, but Hope is still alive. Faker flashes back over the wall, but Shanks is burning. Flandra caught in the middle of everyone. Anyone's legend have overplayed their hand, and T1 is ready to punish. Hope should be next to die, and Guma cashes in. Only Shanks still stands. That could have been the entire game. A dredge line from Keria, and Oner is ready to follow up. The wind becomes lightning and strikes Shanks down. He can take care of those super minions. Everybody else groups up to defend the only remaining tier 3 turret, but over the wall goes Tarzan. Faker's got to try to stay safe into the back line. Public execution onto Faker. Redemption's not there in time. The egg has already been procced, but he will not be reborn. A kill onto Oner follows. AL's already found 2, and they want Gumayusi. Doran and Keria will be next to die as T1 are wiped off of Summoner's Rift. Anyone's legend with a clean ace to win Game 2.
The Panda Warriors are coming alive in Game 2 and showing that in Shanghai, this city will belong to them. Style of play that anyone's legend were so well renowned for, but Hope under pressure now.
Yeah, Keria wants the pull, and he finds it onto Hope, who immediately tries to get away with the bomb right over the top. They take him down. Gumayusi gets the kill. Okay, both of our junglers have their Sundered Skies available. Proto Belt also completed for Faker. T1 starting up the Drake, have it down to half HP. Kyle, Tempered Fate, trying to save his jungler. Tarzan survives for now, but T1 is bringing everybody to the show. Doran in the middle of the Cataclysm. The stolen Tempered Fate. Tarzan's already down. Kyle's about to die. T1's found 2. Shanks is in the middle of everybody, and he has to try to get away. He wants to charge Q3. He gets over the wall for now.
And also that ult advantage.
Yeah, it's the 2-item power spike on everybody that's not a support, for everybody except for Faker. Tempered Fate, no target connection there, but AL is going all the way in. They want Gumayusi, who already gets away, so they're going to switch over to Keria now instead. Oner trying to fight back as Shanks is in the middle of everybody. He snaps back. Keria dies first. Immortal Shield Bow keeps Shanks alive as AL are now continuing to retreat. Kyle and Shanks very low. T1 goes forward. Tarzan with a dunk, but he's only going to steal his own fate. Gumayusi barely holding on, but he burns down. Faker with a kill on Tarzan. Oner Oner chases Hope. The Gen getting away for now as T1 have lost their bottom lane, but they've killed 3 in response. Faker after Flandra, who has to flash away. Oner flashes to try to catch him with a ball breaker. Flandra needs more distance, but he cannot find it. Abscond, abduct.
The run does provide a lot of value when the soul fight is coming, but if Faker can't get away, this could be very problematic.
Yeah, flash immediately into the binding. Tempered Fate right after. Faker trying to get away. Goes golden to buy himself an extra second. Through the wall they go. Tempered Fate from Faker keeping himself alive as Doran's into the back line. Hope is under pressure. Faker's still alive for now. Hope gonna be cut down. Doran going in and Faker's already cut down first. Hope next to die. It's a 1-for-1. AL's in the middle of everybody as Tarzan has to try to get away, and Keria's gonna be focused, but he finds a pull over the wall beforehand. Flandra pulled in, but Doran shut down. Gumayusi over the wall with another satchel as Tarzan wants to find a little bit more, but he dies. Gumayusi and Oner working together as Guma dies to Shanks. Oner wants another. Flandra needs to get away, and he hops between worlds. The Oner can't chase him down. Flandra gets back over the wall, and Shanks is ready to flash. Oner will get knocked into the Guardian Angel. Keria is the only one left alive, and that Guardian Angel will not hear the... Back under the command of AL. They've got the Dragon Soul, the Elder spawning in less than 1 minute. The binding into the wall does not connect to Kyle, but now T1 is overextended. Oner's in the middle of everyone. That's your jungler right before Elder, but the TP is a mistake from Flandra. He's shut down already. Oner's Guardian Angel will not save him. It's a 1-for-1. Tempered Fate collides onto Doran, but he's unstoppable because of Pathmaker, so we go.
Such an advantage.
T1 trying to approach. Doran's gonna be the point man, trying to make his way in there as Gumayusi continues to throw bouncing bombs. Elder Dragon down to 3,000. Fate Seal cuts through, but the stasis gonna lock everybody up. Tarzan's gonna be your focus. Mega Inferno bomb over the top of the Elder is secured by anyone's legend, and they're continuing the fight. Faker is about to be executed as Doran falls too. Anyone's legend is murdering T1. Curtain call fires out. Most of the bullets won't find their target, but they won't need to. The final shell. They have to try to distract. Oner jumps into the middle of everyone, but the Elder Dragon will roar with the might of China as anyone's legend forces T1 to match point and takes game 3.
They don't know Doran's here.
Yeah, Doran's still there. The call of the Forge God. The paranoia over the top. Hope tries to get away with the flash, but he's still caught up in the fear. He waits to use the cleanse. Hope locked up by the Orn, but he gets enough distance. AL staying alive for now. Kyle and Hope both get away. T1 goes in. Gumayusi with a killer instinct, but Hope still lives underneath the turret. Doran's going in with a bellows breath, and it's first blood over to Keria. Kyle tries to counterattack with Zenith Blade, but he does not have what he needs. Doran now the target. Shanks doesn't need him with a chain. He's got to try to get away as Tarzan wants to kill Doran. Shanks still in the back part of the fight. Tarzan with a 3-man impale. T1 still trying to fight as Faker arrives in. Shanks down to 150, and the blooming burst from Keria gets him. It's a death round. Herald down to 4K. Claw hits 2, but Flandra can't get any closer. Oner wants to take the objective. Paranoia's already gone out. Herald secured by Oner as the Ornhorn comes in, but only finds one. Keria locks up Hope. Gumayusi into the back line of the AL. AD carries already down. Oner tries to flash away. Doran in the middle of everybody, but Flandra barely stays alive. He should surely die right after the shield falls, and Oner kills him. Kyle's on the run. T1's on the hunt. Everybody on AL's dropping, and T1 are absolutely demolishing the LPL team. Tarzan
has already been started by T1.
AL charged with a nearly impossible task. They are going to walk forward. They are going to see the Otacon started. They're bringing in the teleport. AL have to send some sort of a Hail Mary play here. Tarzan jumps in, only finds Doran. Keria looking for the Pop Blossom. He only finds it onto Kyle. The Ornhorn flies through, and Hope is already down. T1 have found their marks, and they want even more. Oner is smashed by Flandra in the Rift Herald pit here at the same time as Faker stays alive, and they cannot quite do it. Finally, they get the shutdown. AL's winning the fight. T1 may have overplayed. Report coming in from the AL side. Also T1 ready to reinforce. Ornhorn sounds off. Doran goes in. They're going to knock up Kyle here at the very start, but into the back line. T1, Faker under pressure. The burst over the mid laner. They found him, but Hope is also already down. Shanks next to die. The Arcane Storm is a typhoon, but AL is fighting back. More damage to Gumayusi. Flandra wants him. Flandra can't find him. The mace will not connect over the wall. And now Tarzan goes on a killing spree. AL are winning another fight. Doran Doran locked up. He gets away with a teleport to the Drake, and now they're ready for the 5v5. Doran summons up the Ornhorn. They're going in after Flandra. They want to focus the Mordekaiser. They've got him locked up in the CC, and Faker strikes him down. AL have lost their strongest player. Tarzan whiffs the Impale, and Oner continue to move forward here, try to find a little bit of poke. Kyle and Hope now. A nice catch from Doran. Hope is already down. Tarzan has to retreat. Ishtal's impact through the wall. They can't slow him down. They can't lock him up to allow it to get low enough for Tarzan to try to steal. Doran jumps in, knocks Kyle up into the air. Shanks going in after Keria, wants to stop him. Ornhorn through the middle of the fight, and once again, Flandra's going to get focused, but he is not dead. Big impale from Tarzan. A lot of damage comes through. Keria dies before the Pop Blossom. Flandra in a little bit of trouble now, but he's still fighting. The shield keeps him alive, but T1 is too strong.
Creeping around, but there's not much he can get. He's looking for an angle onto Guma.
If he can find Gumayusi, that's the angle. That's the only way to win it, and there he goes! Shanks with the hero play as Hope tries to escape from Doran, but the Bellows breath takes him down. Tarzan wants to get away from Oner, from Faker. He can't quite get there. He's feared up. Shanks nearly kills off Oner, but a beautiful spell shield keeps him alive. Shanks is trapped inside the gravity field, and Faker takes him down. Tarzan on the run. He's the only one left alive from the original fight. Kyle has finally respawned. Faker and Doran are going to continue the chase now. If they can get a delayed kill on this jungler, they can almost guarantee themselves either a soul or a Baron, and that's exactly what they're doing. Tarzan will not be allowed to dig through the wall. The tier 3s. Doran with a Bellows breath to get through the claw. Flandra loses half his HP. The Mordekaiser's going to be your target. Here goes the Ornhorn. They knock Flandra up into the air, but again, nobody under serious threat. Tarzan with an impale onto one, but he's about to die. He flashes away. Guma flashes in. Keria with a 3-man Pop Blossom will seal the fate of anyone's legend. Guma with a triple. Guma with a quadra. Only Flandra stands. Gumayusi finally dies, but AL will die with him. T1 will not go quietly. They will force down the Nexus turrets. They will move to the Nexus, and they will take us to Silver Scrapes.
You were right. You gotta take the it's happening sign now.
Okay, well,
there we go.
I guess it is happening. And
Tarzan and Kyle, who AL played through for so much of this split. Oh, Tarzan though.
Tarzan with the Arctic Assault trying to get back into it now. Shanks could be the one under pressure, wants to fire back into the T1 lines. Oner flashing away, staying alive, but there's the Glacial Prison. Only connects under the tank, but Flandra's arrived into the fight. They fight too! Anyone's legend got exactly what they were looking for. Faker at least gets one back, but Flandra here on the side. He's gonna find Doran, who finds him, as now the Solar Snare finds Tarzan, and T1 are moving forward. They charm up the enemy jungler. Tarzan's already down, but Doran dies. Hope is excited, but where's the rest of the fight? Keria tries to get away. Gumayusi right beside him. Flandra here on the front line as Oner's gonna be chopped up. The Mundo dies. Hope's on a killing spree. Flandra going forward, but Faker takes him out. Hope, Shanks, and Kyle trying to get away. Guma, Keria, and Faker stepping forward. The Otacon, it's impatient, but it's so close to dead. It is stolen away by Faker. Gumayusi trying to stay very far back, goes for the arrow. He finds it on Shanks. AL's mid laner is under pressure, but he gets away for now. Doran creating space. Dragon at 40%. Tarzan still nearby, but so is Oner. Dragon losing patience. Flandra's World Ender is about to expire. Doran still here on the front line. Hit with the Q1 of Flandra. Oner at about half HP. Shanks looking for a little bit more. Dragon at 2K. Glacial Prison fired out, but it's claimed the soul for T1. But Oner has already died. AL have got to find more, unless they want to lose the game here. Doran takes a ton of burst. Scan of the week. The damage from the unleashed power. Shanks has another kill, and Tarzan is chasing after Faker. He gets the smite for the slow. They're gonna find another kill, but it's Hex Tech Soul. Something else, they need to stop the Baron from going over to AL right now. Shanks on the side, no ulti available for the Syndra here just yet. Tarzan over the wall wants to go in after Keria. Infernal Chains are gonna connect. This Seraphine is down. Tarzan is traded, but Doran has died too. It's Gumayusi against anyone's legend as he tries to kite and fight, but he's stunned. Good night, but kill for Shanks. Hope wants to grab the red buff, and Flandra needs to get back out and join up with the rest of AL here for the fight. Red buff secured. Elder Drake started, but so slowly. Flandra gonna move forward, try to clear away the control ward. They're going in after the Aatrox. They set him up with the arrow. Flandra has been caught at a critical moment. Over the wall goes Tarzan. Wild growth coming in from Kael. Guardian Angel will bring Flandra back, but where is the damage on AL's side? Doran into the back line. Kael is already down. Doran killed in response. T1 pushing forward. Shanks the next kill. Hope trying to kite. He needs to get away because T1 have won the fight 2-1.
Flandra is trying to reset and teleport back in. He's trying to link up with the team. The minions are here. They need to turn it. That's the teleport.
Okay, T1, they've got to understand this Aatrox is probably their target. Flandra arrives. Solar Snare looking to lock him up. Oner taking a ton of damage. Hope is excited. Flandra's got the kill. Solar Snare on Hope, but it's not going to do any more. Flandra's going to try to get away. Goes back in here for the Q1. Tarzan wants to engage with the Gumayusi, but he cannot find him. Flandra over the wall. Wants Faker. Can't get the damage. Hope can't do it either. Gumayusi's still alive. T1 out team fight into one play now as well as the second inhibitor falls, and T1 are looking for the end of the game. The Elders got 15 seconds left on it. T1 guiding the Baroned up minions toward the Nexus turrets. Solar Snare not hitting a target. Flandra and the rest of AL scrambling to try to defend. Nexus turret's down to about half HP. Oner takes some burst. Tarzan takes more. T1 looking for the engage. They found Flandra, but he gets away. Half HP on the front line of AL. T1 pushing forward. They've made their way on the Nexus. AL scrambles to defend. Doran can't do it. History is written by the victor.
Securing semifinals and one more date with an LPL squad.
12-0 in World's Best of Fives over 12 years for Faker. T1 remains the nightmare of LPL teams at the height of League of Legends competition.
Who will rise? Jackie Love, the fire that refuses to fade, or Faker, the legend that never dies?
Take for now. Kanavi's the only one continuing to tank the Otacon because they do not want the debuff on everybody else on top Esports. Doran making his way up through the river. 369 with a third in Tofo strike primed. Top Esports looking for something here. It's Doran jumped on immediately. However, he's into the death realm. He's going after Kanavi. He wants to take out the enemy jungler. Top Esports, they're trying to get him away. But as soon as the death realm ends, Keria's quickness begins. And Top Esports have already lost their jungler. They're about to lose their top laner. 369 wants to go all out, but Gumayusi and T1 are all in. Hong trying to escape as Cream's got some fancy acrobatics, but he's not getting anything. T1 now over 2,000 gold ahead. And my friends, we have 45 seconds left until the Cloud Soul spawns. Hong in some danger here, has to flash away. Keria ready to go after him again with the quickness. Feet of Warfare finally claimed at 27 minutes by T1. And they are just barreling down the bottom lane. Gumayusi gonna get healed up by Redemption, but no! Cream's already got the assassination. He dies in response as Kanavi continues spinning forward, looking for a little bit more. The ricochets from Jackie Love. He needs more, but he can't find it. A double kill to Faker.
Free for T1 on the bot side of the map. It felt like that Jackie Love had really woken up in this game, but Kanavi once again isolated. Shockwave.
Shockwave from Faker to burst down the enemy jungler. Kanavi has never found his angles in this game after that first blood. Cream of the wall wants something. They'll give him a burial. Gumayusi with the kill. 9-3 for T1. Everything Top Esports tried early was completely canceled, and T1 is showing them how to make plays now. Respawns are not even here. 369's the only one left, and they want to try to grab the ace on the way out. T1, it was a slow burn, but it's Top Esports being put to the fire. T1 just gonna pad the stats and take game one. Combo could be exactly what T1 wants. There are no teleports ready on the Top Esports side to try to reinforce this. Hong's gonna be in some danger. Hero's entrance is first blood over to Faker, and it's 2-0 T1. Health.
Top Esports knows something is up. They cannot find Oner, and they know that's an issue, but it's misses on the ult.
They wanted the public execution. They can't get Gumayusi. 3-man pop blossom from Keria, and Jackie Love's dead again. This time, his friends might just go with them. Gumayusi needs a little bit more as Kanavi chases forward onto Doran. The Trundle needs the kill, but he dies to the Cataclysm. Cream locked up by Faker. It's a justice punch to the jaw, and Gumayusi knocks him out. Triple kill for the Kaisa as Hong's a fish out of water, and T1 get an ace for boards being poured off the side of the graph.
Doran has found Cream.
Wants to go after this Rise. TP coming in from the side of Top Esports. T1 ready to respond with one of their own. Doran down to half HP. Oner wants a little bit more. The teleport is a little bit late to arrive from Faker, but it's still just in time. T1, send more men.
Versus 1 that turned into a 4 versus 2 as Faker's Onyas.
Faker walks right towards the brush, but he's got the reaction time. Top Esports wanted to find their moment. Keria's wrapping around from the side. He wants to cut off the escape. Pop Blossom on 2. Doran chasing after Hong as Jackie Love is dead again. And Doran cuts the enemy support down. Only Kanavi is alive to tell the tale. Draft when we saw the Kaisa locked in. Never mind, we don't have time. Jackie Love going after Gumayusi, who sidesteps the public execution and kills Jackie anyway. 369 wants the damage, and Guma's finally going to be shut down. But Top Esports lose their top laner. Now Oner's putting the pressure onto Cream and Hong, making more space as Faker lets blow the winds of war. And they will blow down Top Esports. Nobody's left alive. They
Does not hesitate to press W towards T1. He knows that they will not turn this game around idly by.
Oner over the wall, immediately goes into the Cataclysm. Jackie Love under pressure as Gumayusi pops the Seeker, staying alive for now, needs a little bit more damage. Keria swoops in behind him. Gumayusi's still alive. Top Esports is not. It's nearly 1 kill per minute in this second matchup as 369 will get one back at the very, very end. But he dies on the steps to his own base. T1 again, so Top Esports, they're going to try to commit everybody to this. Doran has already teleported into the area first, but Orn's about to arrive into the mid lane. T1 get engaged on. Hong's ready to go in, but the hostile takeover over the top tries to keep him alive. Keria staying up here for a little bit longer. Keria and Faker are both very low. Faker survives. Jackie Love under pressure. Gumayusi wins the AD carry battle, and Top Esports have already lost 3 men. It's about to be 4. Keria may have died. Faker may have died, but Top Esports are going to lose everyone. Oner and Doran bury the last one.
Into the rift as they push on the top side.
Kanavi goes in, but his ultimate doesn't get a lot. Oner with the shield ready to continue the counterattack as Hong will be first to die. Faker takes the kill, and 369's their next target. Solar Snare won't hit him. Horn maybe for the counterattack. 4-man knockup from 369, but it is not enough. Has spawned. Whoever secures this objective will secure the feats of strength. T1 first to the area, control over the bot side river, trying to defend their control ward. Jackie Love has the axes spinning, ready to step up, try to clear the vision. Cream pincering around, looking to try to cut off T1, come in behind him. Top Esports backing away now on the main front. Cream shows himself, ready to try to enter into the fight now, but a lot of lockdown. Nobody finds the first kill. Kanavi is dead. Cream's next to follow. Top Esports jungler is caught again, and now everyone else has to run. Jackie Love with the flash over the wall just to try to survive. Hong is running. T1, they want more kills. A major redemption play. He finds a root onto Keria and nothing more. Now he's marked. Kanavi trying to do something on the side, but it's Hong here on the front line that's taking most of the burst. Oner still in the middle of everybody. The redemption coming in to save him, and the bailout does just that. Cream at least gets one. Hong at 200. Jackie Love trying to fight, but the decimating smash guarantees that he can't. Gumayusi knocked down as we've got a 3-for-2 favoring T1. Faker's not even been in the fight though, and Mel is ready to make her arrival. Cream, the only damage really left for the side of Top Esports. Faker pops the rebuttal, and Keria is still alive. Solar Snare locks up the Orn, and 369. The countdown's about to hit 0. They're just waiting, trying to stall this out as long as they can. Make sure that he's not alive at all for the LPL at Worlds. Jackie Love forced to flash over the wall. Doran flashing after. Here comes the Comet Spear, ready to fly over the top of the decimating smash, but Redemption keeps Jackie alive. Maybe the kill from Kanavi, but no. At least Faker should die here through the base. bailout, so Cream's gonna get the credit on that one, but T1 aren't done. Cream goes between worlds, 369 with a two-man knockup. Top Esports, they found Gumayusi, but they have to trade Cream. Jackie's still alive for a little bit more damage, as Keria, Oner, and Doran want some more. Hong gets almost caught by the hostile takeover, but it's 369 focused instead. T1, their carries might be down, but they still find another kill. Doran goes on a rampage for the Nexus. Here comes the Grand Starfall, and Jackie's already down. Hong goes with them. The focus fire into 369 as Cream and Kanavi scramble to stay alive, but nobody on Top Esports has anything to stop T1. It's only the mid laner left. They'll get the final kill. And yet again, the highest peaks of the LPL are merely stepping stones for the unkillable Demon King.
It wasn't much of a series, but great for T1.
Eyes on the equalizer. Redemption now used. Cooldown up just in time. KT is going, but now they want to turn it right back. Instantaneous equalizer. Keria locked up. Rumble coming in, but denied. Keria wants to knock Perfect out of the fight, but it might not matter because it's Doran into the back line. Oner stays standing. Cuz take it down. T1 fire back. No matter the early deficit, T1, they still win the team fight. They still get the dragon, and they're looking for BDD. On the hunt for BDD, but there's just nowhere for him to go in the blink of an eye. Down to the 5v5. Flash forward, ulti into the back, immediately thinks he picked off, but Peter does his best to heroically disengage. It is not enough to keep Doc Dom standing. Cuz taken out as well. Doran in the 3v1, completely and totally unfazed. Keria there to stop any further follow-up. Faker taking down Perfect, and BDD is not enough to stop T1.
And it's the Krug Lord that finds his mark. Doc Dom goes down, and T1 turn onto Otacon.
Doran, the addition to this T1 roster, annihilated him.
Hello.
Resetting, resistance is shredded by the Otacon. Keria, ward over the wall, spots out Cuz. T1 know it's a 50-50 now. 5 seconds on Doc Dem, but he doesn't have access to a TP to make it to the fight any faster. Perfect TP available. BDD finds the angle into Doran. Keria now backing up. 3K on the objective. Getting lower. Steadfast presence gone. Faker on the backside. Cuz wants to try to make it out of this one, but now they're moving into advantage to take out Guma. No, Guma living. Who's to finish him? Looking for a bit more damage, but T1, they find the double for Keria. They take the Thornbound Otacon, and Perfect. It is too little. It is too late. Execution. Keria going into the wall, locking up Cuz. Instantaneous knockup. A flawless combo to keep it going. Duck Down finally escapes, but he just finds himself in a 1v1 versus Doran. Hope fading fast for the side of KT as Keria is still standing. Perfect and BDD running for the hills. T1 grabbing their second Drake, but Oner not done yet. Knocks Peter out as well. Back away.
And it was the resilience of KT that got them the win against GEN.G. That game looked dire as well. TP comes in from Faker. Won't have his ult. Oner goes in.
Catch him out. Unbreakable used to kick off the fight. That's the ulti from Gumayusi. Good response coming in from Perfect, but the damage not really enough. Ulti does not connect from Doran. Knockback from Keria takes BDD out of the equation. And once again, it's Doran on top of Doc Dem. Concussive blows buy him an additional second. Perfect running. The flick back likely to come through as Faker tries to get the damage down. But now he finds himself in a brief 2v1. Goes golden. Knocked back into the wall. Keria there right in time as KT are effortlessly dismantled. Doran dropping Perfect as well. And a bit by Peter, and it's Oner now on the flank looking for Cuz. Not sure if he's found him. Cuz turning right back onto Oner. Oner instantaneously into the back line. The concussive blows there, as is the Perfect execution. Keria in the thick of it. Gumayusi and Faker on touch coming over the wall, but it's Faker. Full confidence is the flash, but unfortunately the flip back goes wide. Doran turns it right back with a sundering blow. KT pulling away. Man advantage for the side of T1 being ushered out. Keria wants to deny it, but he will only be able to isolate Perfect. The Baron still back.
Survival is gonna matter as Doran and Keria show a masterclass in this game one. The lane for both, I think, looked a little precarious, but those team fights, man. But I think T1 don't want to let them get this dragon, want to get soap on themselves.
Faker's ulti available. Needs to hijack the ulti of Peter. Chip really starting to hurt onto Doran. Catch over the wall onto Cuz, the most fed member. They're immediately going to delete him, and the rest of KT try to pull the trigger, but they can't quite find the angle. BDD, Doc Dem, they've got the range advantage. Peter waiting to peel for them if necessary. Perfect, spots them in the darkness. The tremor sense showing him what he needs to see, but they've stopped moving or have moved out of range. He can't be certain now. The Q from Doran moving in. Peter still gets the ulti. It's a golden eclipse from BDD. A new dawn for KT in game 2, but T1 are unconcerned. Guma, Keria standing. The bot lane lane. Will it be enough? BDD trying to buy her back, but it's Gumayusi fearlessly advancing, ricocheting, tearing through the dreams of KT. Starting to get forced backwards. Doran to kick things off. Peter to look for the interrupt. Faker using an ulti of his own to be stolen away. BDD taking out of the fight. But down goes Guma. Cuz making it work, but PD's owned away by Keria, and all of KT now collapsing on the T1 support. At the end of the day, it is only Oner, and he cannot stop the soul. Doran isolating Cuz. Peter going forward, finds 3 with the knockup. Perfect there to fall, but Faker turns it right back and knocks down Peter. Doctom, BDD, still standing. Baguma! He's shredding through everybody! The Sivir finally allowed to take over the fight, but they managed to take him. Faker still alive in the scrappy fight. The extra healing is making all the difference. Doctom doesn't quite have the damage that he needs. KT holding on for dear life. Doctom able to find the kill. Perfect, Cuz Doctom falls. A final hold for T1. It almost turns in their favor, but Perfect is going to end the game. Guma dies, and so does T1. KT even up the series.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Perfect, reliable as all hell in this game.
Transcend if he needs to. Doctom going all in to try to stop him from getting in this fight. Oner on the way in, looking for the reset to keep the fights going. BDD going over, wants to kill Oner, but Oner lives for an extra second. The stun to turn it back. Oner taking over BDD, but the stun does not connect, and Peter's now running. Cuz locked down in the meantime. Perfect is finally here, but it might not matter. Reset on the ulti from Oner means he gets to back away, but the health bars are low across all of T1. KT, this is an insane gamble. Objective, lower and lower, and Cuz gonna take it unstoppable for Perfect. Gets a bit more space. Keria still living. Doctom on the way in, and Guma set the fall. Down goes the 80 carry. Doctom on the way out, the TP in. Fish in a barrel, and it's time for KT to start free firing. T1 thought they had the edge, but in the end, it's KT who did. Behind. Flashing forward, Keria's gonna find the knock on to Doctom, but Peter beautifully stopping the initial engage. Doran from behind, though, more than enough to knock down that 80 carry. KT running.
Huge TP flank. What? It turns into more.
Peter flash out, reset from Oner, unstoppable for a moment. Oner setting up for the angle, but he's not going to overcommit. Reset on the ult. Want to catch out Perfect. Perfect can try and use Doran as an escape route. Keria has to be careful, but Pathmaker already used means that Perfect is in trouble. Q3 back through, using Keria now to escape. Perfect on his way out. It's not the Rek'Sai, but once again, it feels like he's going to escape. All of KT looking to collapse. Eyes on Faker and Doran as Perfect flashes out to safety. That's the ulti used by Guma. KT pulling back, keeping Perfect alive. Doran wants to make the difference. Cuz goes in! T1 making it happen! Guma fails to flash. It stops the fight from going through. Doran getting whittled down. And in the end, it's Cuz again who refuses to drop. Peter with the CC. I cannot believe it. KT holding on as T1 in the end might finally get to the moon. Now, no!
Who comes out ahead? This scrap. Faker trying to chase down the extra kill, but so is Cuz. I think the time has worked out better for KT here. Look.
We end the game. T1, the pressure point is on them. KT have baited them into the trap. Peter from the darkness finding Doran, but not the ideal carry as Guma and Faker are still untouched for now. Gravity field to lock them up. Maximum dosage. Cuz getting lower, but still living. The Mundo refusing to die, and Gumayusi drops. KT taking it across the finish line. Faker forced back. The bot lane open. The TP there for BDD. KT moving to match point. In the pit. The spears stacked. Smites available.
Faker's going to teleport back. They're recalling Mordekaiser and the Onivia.
The fight just continues to go. 6K getting lower. Doctom trying to get a bit of poke. Hostile takeover connecting. They don't have a cleanse. Devour from Peter is good, but it might not matter. Cuz continuing to move in. BDD waiting over the wall. The ulti is there, but they don't need to face him yet. The turn on to Faker isn't enough. 3K. Cuz in the pit. At the end of the day, it does not matter because it is Doran to get the soul. KT might be able to get the fight, but there's too many members of T1 standing. Ocean Soul to T1 as everybody on KT falls. Faker just waiting in the darkness. Guma stacking up the spears. The wall to zone KT away. Flash not there for Cuz either. BDD off on the side is going to use the ultimate. W in from Peter does absolutely nothing. T1, they see a vulnerable opponent. They know what they can do as they start to rip them to shreds. KT is not going to take a bear, and T1 reminding us why they are here.
top laner.
Cuz caught out, isolated, immediate subjugate to try and stay standing, forced to flash back. BDD in the darkness! 3-man! But it's Doran to try to turn it right back! The ulti is decent, Keria wants to turn it back with a hostile takeover. The gold deficit is just too massive. Even a miracle, even an incredible angle was not enough in the face of this T1 lineup. The triple, the quadruple.
War has never been this insane! Classic.
Perfect, needs to back up, level 3. Getting lower and lower. Last Right's offering a bit of healing. The tactical sweep there from Doran to slow him down. Oner all but certain to make this one come through. First blood for T1.
Doran and try and taunt you. And now you don't have that pressure at all.
Q forward, sidestep, the taunt, Faker, turning it back, BDD, one more auto, the 1-for-1!
BDD!
The Hextech ultimatum. Dr. likely to escape, but it looks like Peter will be sacrificed in return. The hook shot, making it out, send his play back into the tower, but it might cost Keria his life. It's the 1-for-1, no! The minions flicking out! Keria walks away! T1 might just be a little bit late here. Cuz desperately needs to smite. Doesn't quite connect. Crucially, Dr. able to get out for a brief moment. BDD now trying to turn and fire back, but Faker is on the way. Ulti going in. Doran is down. BDD still standing. The exhaust managing to take him a little bit lower, but Gumayusi sits on the back line completely untouched. BDD finally able to start opening up as Oner gets one back in return. Perfect is here to keep his mid laner alive. And there you go. KT find an angle to keep it. T1 pushing them back. It'll take a miracle for them to get this one out. Oner, Peter coming in for the lockup, but Oner manages to get the objective. The fight coming out. Fire rained over the wall by Gumayusi, and down goes Peter. BDD finally arrived. That's the ulti coming in the meantime. He needs a little bit more space. Docton, BDD untouched, but the front line has fallen. BDD, CC'd, knocked into the sky, and right back into the grave. T1, get Otacon, and ace KT.
A triple kill for Guma and T1! Do it! They take over!
Faker brings it back. Wants to turn with the taunt. Initial lockup from Keria is good. Doctum laying down a bit of poke, and he's going to be able to satchel out, but an immediate flash follow. Coming in from Oner. T1 don't even need the objective. They're happy to keep pushing for a bit more. On the top side of the fight, they've isolated BDD. He's continuing to fight. He wants to turn it back. He gets the kill on Doran. Crucially, Faker falls. KT hold.
BDD, the heart of KT.
The ulti can do a lot of work. Doran going in, doesn't connect the hookshot wall dive, immediately CC'd. Exhaust coming in as well. Combo over the top from Guma. Finds two. Exhaust as Keria moves his way to the backline. Faker rains down from the sky. Locks up BDD and obliterates the hope for KT roster. Spawning. Relatively even setup, but again, it's the waves in favor of T1 that make this so hard. As immediately they're going to kick things off by going in on Cuz, taking away the Frost Armor passive. Lockdown from Keria is there. TP in from Doran as well. Ulti's going across the board. BDD caught off the side. A good flash to take him out, and Guma has to be careful, but he's so damn fast. Oner, following up BDD. He goes gold in an extra 2.5 seconds to consider what went wrong as T1 looks set to end it all.
They're going to finish the job. It is Doran and Peter left alone in the mid lane. And T1 will ace them.
T1 earning their legacy again and again and again. There can be no doubting it. 4 players on the Rift today making the impossible possible. Oner, Faker, Gumayusi, Keria, and now Doran as well are world champions.
And the disbelief on his face. A teammate that so many have praised over the long years.
And they did it as the 4th seed. Again, they had to play in the play-ins, the newly created play-ins. Elimination right at the beginning of the tournament was faced.
Oh man, Doran lifting that trophy after all was said and done. As Doran is Oner rather is flexing. One-handed lift as the GOAT in the second prime of his career does it again.
T1